What you should actually want is to save money. There's a difference between making money and actually saving money. Now, when it comes to a business like pure water manufacturing and distribution, you'll be seeing money coming in on a daily basis. In short, you will make money every day if it is that one. They'll go out for sales. You might even be seeing millions every day in sales. But are you actually able to save the profits out of this business? Because during the activity of running your business, let's say within a month, things can come up like fueling of vehicle, running expenses, buying of raw materials, and so many other things that could come up. So what you should actually be expecting is to see how much you are able to save at the end of the month. Now, I did a video a few months back, I think a few weeks or a few months back, where I mentioned how much a pure water factory actually saves. And by the way, that video that I made was actually for a pure water factory that produces with only one machine. So for a pure water factory that produces with only one machine, and we are able to save anywhere from 150,000 naira upwards, 200,000, 300, 500, depending on how the month is. So what I noticed that some comments, people were actually expecting millions. Now, you can actually make millions in the pure water business, especially in manufacturing. But the only way you will be able to see such money coming in on a monthly basis for you is when you increase the capacity, that's your production capacity. Now, what I just said, I mentioned for a pure water factory with one machine. Now, if you want to see more profit coming in, you want to make that millions, or maybe that's your mindset, you want to see millions coming in for you on a monthly basis in savings, you can increase the amount of machines you work with. You can work with 5 machines, 10 machines. In short, I've seen a factory where they only constructed only pure water machines, about 10 machines. They had 5 on one side, 5 on the other. So there are people who go into pure water business like that. But if you are starting small, you are starting with one machine, and you are still new in the business, you shouldn't come into the business expecting to see millions your first month. I just want to, discourage the mind of some people who might be coming into the business with this mindset. Now, another thing you should know about the pure water industry is that when you are setting up your own factory, you should make sure that where you are setting up the factory is in a place where you have a huge customer base. Now, I've seen factories that are located in rural areas. In short, one of our first factories, which we constructed in Gora, Nasarawa State, the factory was inside, like it was built close to a farm. So it was inside, like it wasn't close to the road. Let me just put it that way. So what became a major challenge for us was taking our water from the factory to where our customers were. And sometimes before our drivers could even get there, another company, maybe their distribution vehicle that got there earlier than our own, will just distribute and sell to them. So you see, things like that will also affect how you sell your products, and you can easily lose customers like that once they don't see water is an essential commodity. So if someone needs water immediately and you're not able to supply immediately, you see that maybe you lose that customer and they'll move on to the next person. But that notwithstanding, in the same way, definitely if your main customer base don't buy from you, I'm sure as you continue to produce and continue to put in effort to see that you market and distribute your product, you keep on getting more customers. So when it comes to profit making, the business is very profitable, but it comes down to how you manage it and how effective you are in handling issues that might arise during production and during distribution. So one thing again I want to talk about is acquiring the machines. Now a lot of people have reached out to me from my WhatsApp, TikTok, so many places, even YouTube, and have made requests of the pure water packaging machine. Now the machines are available regardless of where you are, even though you are in Tanzania or you are from Kenya, because I've had other people reach out to me, people that are not even from Nigeria, which I'm very happy for that. We have people who supplies these machines. So I recently established a partnership with a company that actually supplies these machines in East Africa. So if you are in somewhere like Kenya, maybe you're in Tanzania, Uganda, all those areas there, the machines can be supplied to you. Even if you are not in Africa as a whole, maybe you're in any European countries, I've established business relationship and partnership with companies that actually supply the machines. So wherever you are, just reach out to me, send me a message on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number will be on the screen, and I'll be able to, understand the kind of facility you're going for and know who to recommend for you. One thing I want you to know is that the circumstances that made us realize this amount of money will be completely different for your own business. Now, we are running our own business in Abuja, the outskirts of Abuja, between Abuja and Nasarawa State. It's a suburban area. So, the various conditions that makes us produce, that's maybe electricity, our storage capacity, our delivery vehicles, can be completely different from yours. You can see that just from these factors alone, it could greatly affect your profit margin, and it will make it completely different from our own. So if you hear me talk, and that is why I try to stay away from mentioning numbers. Because if I start mentioning numbers and say, okay, this is how much we buy this one, this is how much you buy that one, you start comparing it with yourself. And when you compare with yourself, maybe the market, the way you buy raw materials in your location is completely different from how we buy raw materials here. Maybe the way we sell is completely different, because here we still sell pure water 200 naira, 250. There are areas like I heard, I was speaking to someone, one of our staffs, he came from Bauchi State, and he said in Bauchi State they sell their water at 350. So you can see the difference in the market. You can see the difference in purchasing power, that's the people buying. You can see difference in how things are run. In short, they have a more stable electricity than our own factory here. So you can see that there are so many factors that will affect your profit margin. So when coming into the business, be ready to keep an open mind so that you will come in and you understand. And one thing is, you should focus on your accounting. In short, if possible, like what we do in our own factory, is we have an accountant that actually does bookkeeping for us. We have a system that we use a software called Sage to do record keeping. We keep record of our raw materials, keep record of our sales, and all those other activities of the factory. So similarly, you can do something like that. It will help you better understand how money comes into your factory, how you spend the money, wastages, and how you can actually minimize some of those expenses for you to see more profit in your business. So, in general, the pure water business is very profitable. Don't be discouraged. Maybe you might speak to someone. In short, I've also heard someone say, oh, they spoke to someone and the person told them this is how much they are able to make in a month. Someone even said they are able to make save up to 1 million naira in a month, which is very possible. Depending on the number of machines you are using, it will affect that one. So number of delivery vehicles, number of outlets you have, because some people have so many outlets where they distribute their water, the kind of customer base you have. I know someone that their water, in short, in every day, at least 3 trucks, that's 3 trucks that go out of the factory. It's already booked. So there's a cool room that buys all the water. And 3 trucks, I think that their truck carries like 500 bags. So imagine that's like around 1,500 bags every day. That's just one customer. So there are so many things that will affect how you sell, how you realize profit, and there are so many things too that can make you run into loss in the business. So what you need to do is just to keep an open mind, educate yourself, and when you enter the business, go in with the mindset that you are here to make profit. You are not here to listen to any other person or listen to what other people are saying. If you have to follow that one, in short, when we got into the business, a lot of people were telling us, oh, when we get into the market, we should start selling our pure water 150, our bottled water, we should sell it 600 per pack. And that was just crazy because we knew how much it cost us to actually produce a bag of pure water and a pack of bottled water. And people are saying you should sell at a cheaper rate so that you can attract more customers, that's what other people are doing. If you are going to listen to all those people, they are distributors who will just want to come and get your product, make profits. In business, people are selfish. People are selfish in business. So you can have distributors that will come, maybe they want to advise you. And you should also look at the person you are getting advice from. The person advising you, does he have a pure water factory? Has he ever done the business before? Does he know anything about running a pure water factory? And the person speaking as a manufacturer or as a retailer. So just keep all these things in mind and you'll run a profitable business.